Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a message from Spirit. I'm strongly guided to bring it today. I've been kind of channeling for the past 5 or so minutes, and I've just kind of been getting, like, the card. I haven't even shuffled. I started shuffling, and flow like water came out of this, okay? Really informal, but I heard something when I was getting ready to do this. Like, I called in Michael and my whole team of light, so already, and I heard you have I think whatever you're working on is going to be very successful. Have patience and faith in yourself. Everything is going to work out. They said A-okay. There have been a lot of trials and tribulations and things that you've gone through. I heard fables and fairy tales, and you're really learning and coming into your own right now and realizing where the truth is and where it lies. And I think this is just saying as well, like, really have faith in the opportunities that come to you. Follow your intuition and your heart as to whether or not they're right for you, and have the courage to walk that path, my friends, because if there's something that's been daunting you, what I heard is miraculous change. But there's something about flaunt it, okay? I had heard words, and I've forgotten them completely, but I heard some words about not flaunt it, but whatever you're working on, it's going to be, people are going to want it, okay? So I want to bring you guys a message from the Cat Tarot. Just see what we get. This is kind of like, yeah, flaunt it if you got it. Like, don't be shy. Don't let people, try and stop your shine because you're confident, radiant, and beautiful, and you've got it going on. Keep that. That's the kind of energy that we want. This is fulfillment, and true fulfillment was what I heard. And sometimes that also, people can be judgmental, people can be jerks, people can be jealous, and all these things, and saboteurs, my friends, like, Beastie Boys sabotage, Page of Wands, whatever kind of trickery or tomfuckery or whatever it is that's gone on around you will not be successful, okay? And I think that it's kind of like, well, funny how both cards have a cat playing something. They're both upside down. So a lot of this could be upside down because I'm holding it upside down. But then you have the Eight of Swords in the reverse too, right? Like, something's not going to really work out here, because like anybody who sabotaged, it won't work out. Like, I was so called to call as well while I was calling today. It was like God fights my battles, and God loves me, and God fights my battles, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper, right? And it was just very clear. And I think for any of you, if you felt like psychic attack or any kind of negativity or negative energy coming your way, any kind of negative entities, it's kind of like, if you feel that, just reiterate that God loves me, God fights my battles, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And I called in Archangel Michael. You are safe, you're protected, and you are loved. And what I heard as well right here is, like, you guys are, there's a reason things have been hard. It's because you are a chosen person for this mission and this time, my friends. And, that 144,000 number, funny how there's so many places. We find it in Revelations in the Bible, right? We find it in the Hopi prophecies. We find it in the Rainbow Warriors. We find it in so many things, that there is a number to this. And just for anybody that's not aware, like, I find it very interesting in the Bible that this 144,000 comes from 12 houses and 12,000 each house. Like, so this is, families, or this is, if we think past life as well, this could be even biblical times. Like, you've been carrying this spirit. For many of you, I heard it's a warrior spirit. So I was also thinking today, before I get into this card, and I just want to say it because I might as well get it out. I was thinking about the Knights Templar, because I was starting the fire, and I come across this celebration for this Mason who's been like a Freemason for a long time, and they're going through the history of it. And yes, they talk about it can be traits down to King Solomon, and the Masons were the building class, but then also that the Knights Templar were the protectors of, the Temple of Solomon. So there's a lot of synchronicities, and I think that, especially as what I heard is this is we are light warriors. We've been here before, we've done this before, and we have, what I heard is we've seeded, I also want to say the seeding the community, but the seeding is light. And they're wanting me to, I can't even talk, to suggest a book called Star Crash by Doreen Virtue. She's done past life regression, and she's come to this, basically, to put it into perspective, this place where she meets, where she believes geographically, like where they figured out what he's talking about, is kind of native from maybe like, I think they were saying like Alberta kind of area. And they had all of these advanced things, and that there was a starship that intercepted. It had something happen, and they were on fleet somewhere else from exile, for religious beliefs kind of stuff, and that they had to land here, and they couldn't get back, and they couldn't, they ended up, they were blue, okay, and that over time, a lot of things were gone, but there was a lot of teachings from this. So it's very interesting. You guys should check it out if you're at all interested in that. But anyway, let's get into these cards. You have the Page of Pentacles, okay? The High Priestess in reverse. Man, someone might be trying to stop you too, okay? And whatever it is, that energy, you can't. Once you get this ball rolling, once you get this thing going, there ain't no stopping it. It's like a freight train, right? Like you are packed like a freight train. I keep hearing, okay, this shit about this dump truck ass. I'm sorry, guys. I was thinking how funny this is too, because I've been building my glutes, not gonna lie, and I've noticed that dump truck ass, like wherever I was going with that, it's clearly oh yeah, the freight train, like it's not just a dump truck, it's a freight train, man, because powerful. Anyway, so the Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess in the reverse, the Two of Wands in the reverse. We're done playing. The Five of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and this gray cat doesn't look super happy, and the Devil in reverse. I really think there's something new happening here, and you are kind of aware. I feel like too, okay, this is just saying it, they said the Devil's Craft, which I don't know what that means, and I'm going to kind of block any of that energy away, but for some of you, this could be somebody who literally, I feel like black magic has a few different ways of being expressed. Some people, literally, it is using dark forces, and others it is just having a lot of negativity and wishing bad things for people. That is just as bad. There's a lot of difference. Is not just as bad, but it's, and I'm not trying to make any spiritual things about this, sorry. It's, what I mean is, like, when we want to call these terms in this form, it's our intent behind things. And this is where I feel like for some of you, you don't trust someone's intent, right? Something might be offered to you, and you're like, I don't know, man. Is that a poisoned apple? Did you, sir, put something bad in my treat? I know I scratched your couch, man. I know I've been pissing you off. What's in that? Right? Like, you almost feel like there's this knowing that change is coming. We're done playing. And what I heard is there might be a standoff as well for this. You have the High Priestess, this in reverse, because again, this has been blocked, okay? And I think it's so important you know how powerful you are with your intentions, okay? So this Devil in reverse, this is, for some of you, it's a fear dogs, but for here, this is like, we're not going to let our fears stop us anymore. But here as well, like, this dog, this devil energy, this can also kind of be playful. And for some reason, there's a real loyal aspect in here. But this is like this cat and this dog. Man, something's happening. We're just not getting along. And what I heard is, be wary of what's offered to you. And like I said, just really follow your heart. This this is the Four of Wands. And it's in reverse, though. Interesting that with that at the Page of Wands, whatever this is, whatever energy that they've been rolling around playing with, and also the Four of Cups under there, This also the Seven of Cups, choices, like the Chariot. Things are moving forward, and I mean, it's so many choices of how you. What I heard is also, don't wait for someone to pounce. Don't wait for someone to act. Just go about doing you. Like, that's the best way. Biggest F you is just to do your shit and be your own flavor and strive and thrive and forge on, my friends, with a passionate heart to what's meant for you. So let's go with the Moonology Oracle. See what we got. So, Spirit, what can you tell us more, please, about this opportunity? I know as well, like, we've just come into Aries, and I have, oh my gosh. So this is the fixed moon. Hold your vision. Hold it strong. This also I find is interesting. I used to have a ring that was kind of like a half moon shape, and it came out of its thing, and I just feel like hold your vision, because also for all the success that everybody's going to see, it's all this, there's another half of the moon. We just don't see it, right? And with this, it's like, don't forget, you know, your vision, where you came from, where you started, why you're doing this, and for everybody else's judgments to know that, again, on this mission to success or on this vision that you've been holding, it's not like it's just been overnight, but some people may see this as an overnight thing, right? And it's like, well, you can see that. You might see, it's like kind of like if you've been losing weight or you're going to the gym and all of a sudden, you know, you've been consistently doing this for 6 months and then all of a sudden it goes. It's not like it just happened. It started that 6 months point or whatever 3-day point, right? However it is, as you're creating these habits and you're being diligent in your determination and, you know, executing your vision, basically, whatever it is, like even days though you don't have those motivations, it's not that you won't take a break, because you have to, and I'm just saying that if you're working out and stuff, even an extended break, sometimes you need it, because when you do this, your body shifts and it forms, and it needs that time to rest, especially if you've been doing it for an extended period of time. But also what they're saying with that is, I'm not saying don't do it, because also you've got like reasons for what we do. So sometimes if you're not going to hit it hard at the gym, and you're going to change up routines, start going just for a walk, make sure you're doing active things, still being active, just lowering the intensity of the things that you're doing, right? Because you don't want to lose all those gains. So the bottom here is expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Remember there's the other half? Well, this is also the sun going, yo, I'm going to block your ass out for a little bit, and a new romantic cycle begins. For some of you, this definitely could be the Four of Wands in there as well, with the Ace there. It could be like a very passionate beginning, but again, this could be somebody that you know before, or somebody has tried to also, what I heard is like sabotage your romantic connection. And the thing is, once you see that, once you can release the energy that they've tried to introduce, this is where it's like a real, maybe if it's not a new person, this is a real new romantic cycle within your relationship, because there's a lot of change that's happening. And I feel like as well, like this hold your vision, if you know in your heart that what, you know, even though things have been wrong, this is both willing to change, you know, this is this card basically to me. Okay, hold your vision, take the time. What I heard is for some of you is get to know each other again, because really this is a new romantic cycle, and we all change, evolve, and grow. And it's not that, you know, sometimes as we experience new things, we want to make sure that we're really, what I heard is being open, loving, and kind with each other too. So you have Judgment and the 3 of Swords in reverse. I gotta get my kid in a minute, so I just want to make sure we get this. Kids, not just kid, my kids. But someone is really seeing the truth for what it is. And again, you know, what I heard is it might have seemed cheeky in the past, but anymore, this is like, there's no fucking playing around with me, is what I heard. There's no effing with you. There's no effing with the situation. Come at me right, bro, or don't come at all, right? So you have the Emperor and the Ace of Cups. For some of you, what I heard is twin flame lover. If that resonates for others of you, this is just a person that is connected for your soul, that is not necessarily just a person, but somebody who, what I heard is meant to be in your life, but is also going to be calm and caring and nurturing and providing, and in all those amazing ways, giving you the love and support that you need. This person is meant to set your soul on fire and show you what true love can be, if you let it, right? And like I said, remember there's another half of this moon. There's some things you don't see. For all the light, you don't see the darkness, right? And I always love, like in this picture, I don't know if you can see it, but that you can still see the moon. It's transparent, but it's for those of us who truly want to see it. And you can choose to ignore it, or you can choose to focus in on it. So for some of you as well, what I'm hearing is like if you're outside at night, just pay attention to, you know, does the moon have halos? Because there could be universal light as well coming down through you. And they are saying like divine partnership, whatever the situation is. I feel like because you're so at that point of, you know, get it right or get it over with, that, you know, whatever's coming here, whatever it is, both of you are going to do it right if it feels right for you. Because again, if you start to feel like trauma bonding, or if you start to see old patterns reemerge, this is address it immediately. And for some of you, again, this is the devil in reverse. And with the cats and dogs, like you may know that, like that whole saying, an old dog can't learn new tricks. Like for some of you, if they've been like this a whole long time, if they've constantly, this is their pattern, right? Their MO, that some of you really may be leery, okay? So we have strategy and adjacent possibilities. So this is what I feel like is, let's see what it says in the reverse for the book, because it is so dead on. Hostilities I open straight up to, right? Because like I said, there's something that's been blocking you, or there's some sort of saboteur that has been happening. Let's see this. 24, many unconsidered options, and let's see. When reversed, the adjacent possibilities card is a warning to you to be careful not to miss an unknown opportunity because you're too married to your agenda. It's also funny that it came out with strategy, right? It's also asking you to turn inward with a willingness to shake up your old unhealthy patterns and inner habits. The power of your life force moves through your deeply held habits, protecting your energy out into the universe and calling back your results. In this way, your ongoing thoughts and beliefs are really your defining moments, and in every next moment, you have another energetic choice. So it's time to decide: are you going to let worry and self-doubt define you, or are you going to step into your ever-present adjacent possibility of optimism, trust, and self-love? No matter how stuck you feel, you always have an option in the thousands of choices you make every day. So the affirmation for this, and we're going to say it 3 times and then I'm going to call it quits, is: I am open and willing to take my life in new directions. I am becoming more aware of my many options for harmony and optimism in my thoughts and my choices each day. I'm open and willing to take my life in new directions. I'm becoming more aware of my many options for harmony and optimism in my thoughts and in my choices each day. I am open and willing to take my life in new directions. I'm becoming more aware of my many choices for harmony and optimism in my thoughts and in my choices each day. Amen, my friends. It's time to hold your vision, but don't hold too strong on how you think it's going to happen, because Spirit works in mysterious ways, and just keep doing you and trusting your intuition. And what I was saying when I did the pre-shuffle for the self-care thing was flow like water, and intuition came out. Like, trust yourself. And that also for some of you could be water signs. I know I have Cancer in my chart, and it is, for some of you, it's really asking you to trust your intuition, right? To trust what you already know without really knowing, right? So that's what I got for you. I love you all, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed, however long it is till I talk to you. Love you guys. Bye.